Hi everyone, welcome to the video today where I'm just looking at how to improve or keep an eye, a track or a watchful sort of management plan for adult mental health as a parent and also the child's mental health. Now, mental health basically comes into a few different categories. It could be attention, memory, focus, and an activity such as this. So the best way to check, because you can't tell when your mental health is deteriorating, is to every day do some activity. It could be quizzes, games, it could be things like brain teasers, where you're going through memory gains, attention and concentration, to make sure that you can check and track how your memory and your mental health is. That, as well as making sure that you complete your self-care. It could be TNS exercises, it could be some physiotherapy, it could be going for a walk, it could be doing your affirmations and positive thoughts, it could be more specifically sort of timing yourself doing things, doing your breathing exercises on your apps. It could just be reflecting on important issues, sounding off to somebody else, knowing what you're going to do in that moment. Identifying the issue is really important. As a coping skill, are you going to talk? Are you going to write poetry? Are you going to problem solve? Are you going to leave it? All of this is about your mental health during the day, of what you can look at. So we're always looking, in terms of mental health for children as well, to constantly top up on feeling good, increasing people's emotional ability to cope. For example, I always put a nice cream on that helps me get through the day, makes me feel special, and it keeps me positive. And that's what we need, is positive relationships for children as well, where they can always feel happy, they feel they can have skills of negotiation, coping, building positive relationships, while they also have good coping techniques. Now, it could be something simple as having a good mindset, in understanding things in a positive way. It could be doing some physical exercises which release endorphins that give clear benefits. It could be positive conversations. It could be sort of just making through how you get through things, and always looking into the future in a positive way, where there's more things to get done. And the more that you talk about success and improving things, the more that that child will strive to do those things as well. So I found this really good website which just gives us not the implementation but a list of what good social and emotional skills are. It's called mentallyhealthyschools.org.uk, and I'm just going to show you the screen now. So as you can see, this is the list of what are emotional and social skills. We've got identifying and managing their feelings and their behaviour, and reach out for help when necessary. Build and manage healthy relationships. Have self-control. Resolve conflict. Be self-aware. Handle and overcome difficulties. Make good decisions. Build resilience, self-esteem and confidence. Think positively about themselves and how they perceive the world around them. Recognize and prevent poor mental health, and grow into well-rounded healthy adults. Now, I love this. It's got lots of little management tips, recognizing our emotions and values, and I think this is a good starter. It also shows resilience in when adapting to stress. What should a child do? They can, in a place of adversity, they can make sure that they know what's going on, looking how to cope, what the reasons are they're feeling a certain way. They can talk about their body more, and they can just stay more alert and informed and know what their self-soothing skills are. I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's the parent also developing a track of risks and protective factors, what's going to happen in the future, creating a flexible environment and everyday opportunities to cope. I also think it's about understanding sort of the concepts of building confidence and resilience in each issue, and the parent being creative to provide that mindset to the child. Okay, so I'm just looking into those websites now. I can't actually find like an app or some sort of website which we can find in a lot of the sort of phones on the internet. But when I've googled mental health games and activities, we've got a list of little games, of fun brain games that you can incorporate into your daily routine for the mind health. And it just gives a little bit of a list. It says the colour game, the short story, the non-dominant hand game, find a hidden object, test your memory, create a story, count backwards. That's some of the fun things that I normally do myself. Now there's also a blog here which says Sunshine EADC, and this is for older people, and it just tells, and it's just a little bit of information for old people on how to create that story, linking things better to the brain, writing things down in 30 minutes. And by doing that, you're protecting the brain and creating proactive steps. That's really interesting. And I do find the games for the older people as well is good for children at times. Let's have a look at the coronavirus ideas. So we've got improving children's mental health, and we've got some spread a little kindness sheets, find your brave, and oh, this is really interesting. There's a download here, find your brave, on this placetobe.org.uk, and it's got place to be in association with BAFTA Kids is to find a range of activities. So they've got firework video clips, This Is Me, The Greatest Snowman Rehearsal. We've got clips from Harry Potter showing characters facing their fears, and there seems to be some huge bags of worry books here. Blame My Brain, and little books with stories on, and I like that. It just shows little clips of what we're doing, and there's a little bit of an imaginative sort of best-selling story of what to do. Oh, that's so interesting. So this is not just mental health, but creating character issues of being brave and also being healthy inside and out. I love the one about healthy inside and out. Let's see what's got to say in here. Okay, it's about giving people activities to do where they are connecting through food, and it shows how food affects our body, getting up and going, how they feel when they are really happy and when they're being sad, doing physical warm-ups and wiggles and how they feel again, how that helps the mood. There's playground games, sleep times, calming time. That's so interesting. That is just so interesting. I really love that. So this is quite interesting, having this website where it comes to about well-being activities. So that's placetobe.org.uk. It's improving the children's mental health. And that's for schools. That's interesting. So there's 9 games here that can improve mental health for children. and that's on a Chris Goyle's blog. See what that is. It's a Super Mario, which is an old game. Personal Zen. So you focus on the positivity as you follow 2 characters. The Positivity Activity Jackpot. Tetris. Happify. Refit. And Relief Link. And Super Better. That's for adults, it's not for children. Let's see what we can do for children. So this one's got Just One Norfolk, which is for emotional health in children. We've got 5 breathing exercises, body scan exercises, facing shadows video, a short film on depression, anxiety, bullying, how it feels, and then it's got self-care activities, self-confidence, extreme activities, anti-bullying. Let's just see how we deal with that with children. So I don't know whether these podcasts are for little children or something else, but there are little sort of cartoons to tell people how to deal with worries and anxiety and what it is and how to deal with that. So I think these apps for children need to be put down as positive and maybe possibly better on the phone. Oh, there is a Calm for Kids. There's a meditation, there's family games, there's Headspace for kids, Push to Play, a Game Finder Outdoor for play, there's Plant Nanny, Joy Pop. Joy Pop is there. Let's see what Joy Pop does.
When you open Joy Pop.
So I looked at Joy Pop and that seems to be quite good in terms of messaging and how they're feeling. And there seems to be other lovely ones like Worry Knots, The Kid's Diary, Rated Tune to Prevent Life Events, and Characters apps to help with staying safe at Sesame Street, and Dreamy Kids, which I thought was really interesting. So these meditations for children and Smiling Minds seem excellent, and I think that this will be good not only to send to families for when the child is with the family, but also to put on their phones as well, to help them relax and understand what worries are and how to deal with them. Let me see if they've got any memory games for the child's mental health. I can't see any. So that's really interesting that that's there, and I'm definitely going to be using that and see how I feel about that in my review. For myself, I think that the interesting issues are that it's important to notice that these companies that are making these apps or in fact the same ones that are making them for the children as well. So there's an adult version and there's a children's version. Now let's see what they've got for adults. They've also got Fitbit apps. If you've got a Fitbit to monitor your physical issue, and that keeps an eye on your stress levels. There's Mood Kit, which has got CBT techniques there. Addiction acts. They've got books. Anxiety apps where it gives you advice on how to manage. Mind Shift is designed to deal with that anxiety as well. Self-help anxiety management looks at prompts and tracking thoughts, which is interesting. So it's called SAM. That's interesting because it's got prompts and a social cloud feature. There's also a social community. Bipolar disorder, that helps you identify. E-moods, which is tracking as well, and Talkspace online. Happify, mood tools, recovery record for body image, rise up and recover, life sum, and there's all sorts of ones for OCD, the PSD coach, there's schizophrenia ones, and there's mindfulness and meditation again with space. Oh, that's so interesting. That was really, really nice. It's nice to know that those self-care issues are there. Luminosity and Elevate is what I've got as well. Cognitive Fit, which we need to train, and that just keeps our attention spans going. So let me see what Luminosity is. Why is it classed as a good mental health tool? What does it look at? So Luminosity brain games. This is created the issue. So it's a daily exercise that keeps you challenged, and it has detailed progress to maintain habits. It sharpens memory, attention, flexibility, processing speed, problem solving. So that's what it does. It also gives actionable feedback, fun and rich insights. That helps with mood, and it helps with the interaction as well. It jump starts the morning. That's interesting. I says that's what we're trying to do in an assessment. We're looking at assessments where they're looking at working memory, short-term memory, processing speed, and overall cognitive function. So cognitive function means looking at solutions to things and being able to problem solve, making sure those solutions are there. So that's really interesting. In terms of real life, we need to have role play in real life and look at what suggestions there are, and also try and get people to talk and model solutions to things which are fun and using our imagination. Fantastic. Thank you.